Have you ever caught someone looking at you, not just a glance, but a look that lingers, like they're holding back something unsaid? Their words pause, their smile hides a truth, and you can feel it. Love trapped in silence. I've spent years studying these hidden psychological signals. The quiet slips when affection almost surfaces, but fear pulls it back. And today I'll reveal 7 powerful signs someone desperately wants to tell you they love you, but can't. These aren't the obvious signs. They're subtle, unspoken, and often overlooked. But if you've ever felt something in the silence, what you'll learn might finally explain everything. Sign 1, they avoid eye contact in emotional moments. Have you ever noticed that the deepest truths are often revealed in silence, not in words? Pay attention when someone avoids your eyes during the most emotional parts of a conversation. Maybe you shared something personal. Maybe there was just a quiet pause, and suddenly they look away. It's not because they're bored. It's not because they don't care. Psychologically, intense emotions, especially feelings of love, can make eye contact almost unbearable. Looking directly into your eyes feels too vulnerable, too exposing. Eye contact becomes a mirror, reflecting everything they're desperately trying to hide. So instead, they glance down, shift away, or suddenly grab their phone. But don't mistake it for disinterest. In reality, that avoidance is a sign of fear. The fear that if they hold your gaze for even a second too long, the feelings they've kept bottled up will come pouring out. And here's the paradox. In those moments, silence speaks louder than words. By not looking at you, they may actually be revealing the depth of what they feel, everything they're not ready to confess. Sign 2, their body language says what their words don't. The truth is, people can control their speech, but controlling the body is far harder. When someone secretly has feelings for you, their body often gives them away before their mind does. Pay attention. Do they lean in slightly when you speak, even if they're not saying much? Do they mirror your movements without realizing it, crossing their arms when you do, or adjusting their posture the same way? Notice their feet and shoulders. In a group, do they still angle toward you as if you're the center of their focus? These are not random gestures. Psychologically, we're naturally pulled toward what we desire. The body points, leans, and opens in the direction of attraction. Even when someone tries to act indifferent, small slips betray them. Their fingers may fidget nervously when you're near. Their breath may quicken after the smallest touch. Sometimes it's not just nerves. It's hidden emotion pushing to the surface. You see, love rarely announces itself directly. Instead, it whispers through restless hands, tilted shoulders, and lingering eye contact. And if you learn to read these unspoken signals, you'll see the truth they're trying so hard to conceal. Sign 3, they remember the smallest details about you. You mentioned something in passing. Maybe your favorite snack from childhood, the name of your first pet, or the exact day of that stressful interview. Most people would forget it within minutes, but weeks later they bring it up naturally, like it's been quietly living in their mind ever since. That's not just a sharp memory. That's emotional attachment. Psychology shows that our brain pays extra attention to details linked with strong feelings. And when someone secretly cares about you, your words don't just pass through their ears. They sink deeper. They're felt, stored, replayed. Unspoken affection sharpens memory. Since they can't always show their feelings openly, their mind collects little fragments of you. Every detail becomes something precious to hold on to. So when they recall the things you barely remember saying yourself, understand this. It's not coincidence. It's not politeness. It's a quiet confession, disguised as memory. A way of saying, without ever speaking the words out loud, you matter more to me than I should admit. Sign 4, their mood shifts around you. Have you ever noticed how someone's energy changes the moment you walk into the room? One moment, they're playful, laughing, even a little flirty. The next, they go quiet, almost guarded. It feels confusing, but in psychology, this is often called emotional dissonance. When someone secretly feels more for you than they're ready to admit, their emotions start clashing inside them. On the surface, they want to act normal. Just a friend, casual, nothing more. But underneath, their feelings are far from casual. That inner pull and resistance creates an emotional roller coaster you can sense, even if they never say a word. They might light up when you give them attention, then suddenly withdraw because it feels too vulnerable. They may want to open up, but fear of rejection, loss, or change holds them back. Those mood swings aren't signs of indifference. They're signs of someone caring so deeply that it unsettles them. So when their tone shifts, when silence suddenly fills the space, it's rarely rejection. More often, it's emotional overload, love straining against the walls of fear, waiting for a way out. Sign 5. They open up but then pull back. Sometimes the truth doesn't come in a grand confession. It slips out in fleeting moments. You might notice they suddenly let their guard down. Maybe they share a story they've never told anyone. Their tone softens, their eyes linger just a little longer, and for that brief second, you feel as if the words, "I love you," are right there, sitting on the edge of their lips. But then, just as quickly they retreat. They change the subject, laugh it off, or redirect the conversation. This back and forth is what psychology calls emotional push and pull. It's a sign of someone who feels deeply but struggles with vulnerability. Why do they do this? Because saying how they truly feel means exposing themselves to the unknown. Rejection, misunderstanding, or even losing what you already share. For someone carrying emotional scars, that risk can feel unbearable. So instead, they give you glimpses, just enough for you to feel the connection, but not enough to cross the line. And that paradox reveals the truth. It's not that they don't feel love, it's that they feel it so strongly, it scares them. Sign 6. They get jealous in subtle ways. They won't admit it, they won't confront it, but you'll feel it. Those fleeting moments when jealousy leaks through the cracks. Maybe it's a sharp glance when someone else makes you laugh, or the way their energy shifts when another person steps too close. They don't have to say a word. You can see it in the tightness of their jaw, the silence that suddenly grows heavy, or the way they pull back ever so slightly. This isn't the loud, insecure kind of jealousy. It's quieter, more restrained, the kind born from a heart that wants to protect something it doesn't feel entitled to claim. Psychologists call jealousy one of the clearest signs of hidden attachment. It's the body's way of saying, "You matter to me more than I want to admit." They'll often disguise it, maybe with a joke, a playful tease, or pretending they don't notice. But the truth is, they notice everything. That flicker of jealousy is their unspoken confession, a reminder that they want you, but fear the risk of revealing too much. So they hold it in, because admitting their jealousy would also mean admitting their love. Sign 7. They find excuses to be near you. They may never say the words, "I love you," but their presence says it louder than anything else. They show up where you are, at the same cafe, the same event, or lingering a little longer in your space than they need to. This is the psychology of proximity. We are naturally drawn closer to the people we secretly desire. For someone hiding their love, being near you is their way of feeling connected without taking the terrifying leap of confession. It's not always dramatic. Sometimes it's just small choices, walking the long way just to pass by you, sitting a little closer than necessary, or finding reasons to accidentally cross paths. Each moment near you is a quiet victory for them, because closeness, even in silence, brings comfort. Here's the truth. The loudest "I love you" is often the one never spoken. Fear of rejection, fear of change, fear of losing what's already there keeps those words locked away. So instead, they speak in presence, in glances, in the subtle pull toward your world. And maybe the real question isn't just, do they love me? But am I ready to hear what their silence has been saying all along? So now you know. When love hides, it doesn't vanish. It speaks in silence, in glances, in the little things. The real question is, did you recognize these signs in someone around you? If this video made you think, don't just scroll away. Hit subscribe and join us. Because here, we decode the quiet truths about human connection, attraction, and the psychology of love. Remember, What stays unspoken often matters more than what's said. Don't miss the next truth that could change the way you see love forever.